Overview of Trojan. What is Trojan? A Trojan horse is an unauthorized program contained within a legitimate program. This unauthorized program performs functions unknown by the user. Trojan horses can do anything that the remote machines users can do, like deleting files, transmitting to the intruder any files that can be read, changing any files that can be modified, installing other programs such as programs that provide unauthorized network access that the user is entitled to. Once attackers have obtained root, they can Trojanize just about any command on the system. So try to check the size and date timestamp on all your binaries, and especially on your most frequently used programs such as login, SU, telnet, FTP, passwd, netstate, ifconfig, ls, ps, ssh, find, du, df, sync, reboot, halt, shutdown, and so on. For example, a common Trojan in many rootkits is a hacked up version of login. The program will log in a user just as the normal logging command does. However, it will also log the inputted username and password to a file. There is hacked up version of SSH out there as well that will perform the same function. Trojan works similar to the client-server model. Trojan come in two parts, a client part and server part. The attacker deploys the client to connect to the server, which runs on the remote machine when the remote user executes the Trojan on the machine. The typical protocol used by most Trojans is the TCP/IP protocol, but some functions of the Trojans may make use of the UDP protocol as well. To exploit a Trojan, attackers need to ascertain the remote IP address to connect to the machine. Many Trojans have configurable features like mailing the victim's IP as well as messaging the attackers via ICQ or IRC. This is relevant when dynamically assigned IP address is assigned to the remote machine on a network with or when the remote machine uses dial-up connection to connect to the internet. DSL users on the other hand have static IPs, so the infected IP is always known to the attackers. Most of the Trojans use auto starting method so that the server are restarted every time the remote machine reboot start, which is also notified to the attackers. This may ranges from associating the Trojan with some common executable files such as explorer.exe to the known methods like modifying the system files or the Windows registry. Some of the popular system files targeted by Trojan are auto start folder, win.ini, system.ini, wininit.ini, winstart.bat, autoexec.bat, and config.sys. Different types of Trojans, like remote access Trojans. These are the Trojan usually seen referred to in the media and hence gain high visibility because of their ability to give the attacker the power to do more things on the victim's machine than the victim itself while standing in front of the machine. Password sending Trojans. These Trojans are directed toward extracting all the cached passwords and also capture other passwords entered by the victim and email them across to an attacker specified email address without the victim realizing it. The password harvest may include password for ICQ, IRC, FTP, HTTP, or any other applications that require a user to enter a login and password. Keyloggers. Some Trojan used to log the keystroke of the victim and then let the attacker search for password or other sensitive data in the log file, and they usually come with two functions such as online and offline recording. As with the previous group, these trojans can be configured to send the log file to a specific email address on a regular basis. Destructive. The only function of this trojan is to destroy and delete files. They can deliberately delete core system files. For example, .dll, .ini or .exe file, possibly others, on the target machine. The trojan is activated by the attacker or sometimes work like a logic bomb and start on a specific day and at specific hour. Denial of service attack trojan. These trojans used by attackers to issue a denial of service. A distributed denial of service may also be issued if the attacker has gathered enough victims. Wintrino is a DDoS tool that has become popular recently, and if the attacker has infected many ADSL users, major internet sites could be shut down as a result. Proxy winget trojans. Underground sites are known to announce freely available proxy servers. These trojans turn the victim's computer into a proxy winget server available to the whole world or to the attacker only. It is used for anonymous telnet, ICQ, IRC, etc. and also to register domains with stolen credit cards and for other illegal activities. FTP trojans. These trojans open port 21, the port for FTP transfers, and lets anybody or just the attacker connect to the machine. They may be password protected, so only the attacker is able to connect to the computer. Software detection killer. These are such a functionality built into some trojans, but there are also separate programs that will kill John alarm, not on antivirus that protect the target machine. When they are disabled, the attacker has full access to the machine to perform some illegal activity or use the computer to attack others and often disappear. Modes of transmission. ICQ. People can also get infected while chatting, talking, video messaging over ICQ or any other instant messenger application. It is a risk that the user undertakes when it comes to receiving file, no matter from whom or where it comes. IRC. Here also the threat comes from exchange of files, no matter what they claim to be or where they come from. It is possible that some of these are infected files or disused files. Attachments. Any attachment, even if it is from a known source, should be screened, as it is possible that the source was infected earlier and is not aware of it. Physical access. Physical access to a target machine is perhaps the easiest way for an attacker to infect a machine. The motive may be prank or just plain curiosity. Browser and email software bug. Having outdated application can expose the system to malicious program such as Trojan without any other action on behalf of the attacker. NetBIOS. If port 139 is opened, the attacker can install trojan.exe and modify some system file so that it will run the next time the system is rebooted. Thank you for watching this video.